fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
Already mic testing, mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. There we go. Already live, and as you guys can tell by title and thumbnail, today I'm going to be building my first ever mini project in the entire AI engineering for 365 days series, where I will be building a fully automated web scraper. That said, I just realized I gotta get a bit lower, nope, maybe a bit higher, just so I can get close to the mic. And today, hold on, let me just fix my lighting and all that stuff. There we go. Okay, that looks nice. Let me just make sure I can hear myself properly. Wait, were there any breaks? Okay, and today I am pretty sure that my horizontal stream is going to be able to, let's say, be 1440 and not 720p. Let me fact check that real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna go to my horizontal stream. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now you guys can set the horizontal stream to 1440p as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my gameplay screen. Okay, and yeah, this is a brand new chat where let me say something like, let's say, live exclamation. Yeah, and rather than streaming on Twitch, I started multi-streaming on Kick instead because Twitch we cannot stream with a higher bitrate, so it's gonna decrease the video quality. And also, finally making projects, damn. You've come a long way. That actually does make sense. I appreciate you joining the stream, Unk Mission. That actually means the world to me as well. I am pretty excited for my mini project here. Speaking of mini projects, I forgot one more thing. Just because I get really good YouTube content from this, I will be having my hold on, I'm finding my stopwatch because I will be actually working with a, should I say Pomodoro here? Hold on. Okay, where in the genuine world did my, there we go, Pomodoro timer. I'm gonna get that here. So basically, the way this really works is I'm gonna be, let's say, working for 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna be getting, let's say, a quick little 5 minutes break. But once 3 sessions of 25 minutes has been over, after the fourth 25 minutes of session, I will be moving on to a 15 minutes long break. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get my, let's say, clock here. And let's just go ahead and get this in my other window. And let's start my 25 minutes here. The best part is, even if I click my window here, this won't really go. Okay, that's it. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep it a bit here for the time being. Alright, Viv Universe, phase 1 is done. Day 71. Actually, today was day 72. I forgot to point that out to Claude. But yeah, that's fine. Gonna make sure everything is going good here. Okay, in the books, no more looking back at it. You've got Python, Git, Linux, DSA, Pandas, Polars, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, and full SQL Alchemy. All real, all verified against real code and a real database. That's not exposure anymore. That's a foundation you can build on top on. Come on, bro, let's go. You're hiding Formidable Thunder. Appreciate you joining the stream. It has been a really long time since I've seen you. How you doing? Okay, that's it. Let's see. Project 1, the automated web scraper. Here's the target. Straight from your roadmap. A scraper that runs, pulls data off a real website, cleans it, and stores it in PostgreSQL. No more toy exercise in isolation. This is phase 1's tool working together for the first time. Before I throw new syntax at you, I need to know where you actually stand. Not where I assumed you stand. Have you ever used the request library or Beautiful Soup BS4 before even briefly? Even just seeing it once. Never touched it. Do you already have a specific website / data source in mind for the scraper or want me to suggest one that's good for learning? I need one that let's say something like is legal to use while being copyright and loyalty free. And also let me know if hold on guys, let me know if something is not safe to show on stream. And yeah, I will be touch typing today as well. Let's send this. I see you're adopting the Pomodoro technique. Honestly, the whole reason I did do that is because I'm gonna get better, let's say, videos for my channel because I haven't uploaded for the past month. Great idea. I'm really busy with university. That actually sounds really cool. Maybe next stream you should use speed running timer CIS. Its type most recognizable is the green blue one that you see in game speed runs. Actually, you can like send me a link to that or like let me know more about that on the Discord server. I'll probably check it out as soon as the stream is over. That said, yada yada. Okay, good answer, both of them. Never touched either. That's the right answer to give me because it means I teach this from true zero instead of assuming you know something you don't. That's exactly the discipline that kept you from faking your way from phase 1. And second one, thinking about what's safe to show on stream before you build it. Not after, that's real production instinct. Most beginners don't think, blah blah blah. Okay, let's solve the what site problem first. For scraping, legal and copyright safe comes down to a few concrete things I can check for you. Not vibes. There are sites built specifically for people learning scraping with fake / sample data made to be scraped and zero legal risks. Let me pull up a couple of solid options for you. Perfect, this confirms exactly what I expected. Beside, books.toscrape.com. Okay, this is a fictional bookstore that desperately wants to be scraped, built specifically as a safe place for beginners learning web scraping. It's not a real business. Nobody's terms of services gets violated. Nobody's server gets hammered by accident. It exists for this exact purpose. Okay, why is it 100% safe? Copyright, fake book, fake titles, fake prices, fake ratings, nothing to infringe. Legal / TOS, built explicitly for scraping practices. Scraping is the intent to use, not a violation. Safe to show. Totally, it's a public sandbox. Showing the URL on stream reveals nothing sensitive. Okay. Okay, data richness. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, compared to something like scraping a real news site or real Amazon listings, those carry TOS risks. Okay, there are also quotes2scrape.com. Quotes plus authors if you want something simpler, but books gives us prices and ratings, actual structured data, worth cleaning and storing in Postgres, which makes your project one goal better than a list of quotes. Having to write a business report, but I'm doing good. That actually sounds really cool. Website that desperately wants to be scraped. And guys, in case I can't talk properly right now or that I fumble is because I'm not warmed up for the first reason. The second reason is that I hear myself talking twice and there is a delay, so now I can talk fluently because I don't really hear myself twice with a slight delay. But when I on this, here goes again, I hear myself twice. Yo, hiding Albino, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, that said, have you ever looked at a web page's raw HTML source before? Example, right-click, view, page source, or open DevTools. Sure. It's never a bad idea to pretend I don't know it, even though I really don't know it. I wonder, should I get my chair a bit higher? Hold on. I'm just scared that you guys won't be able to hear me in the mic if I get my chair a bit higher, but that looks pretty good. Okay, never done this good. That's the truth, and that's where we start. Here's the thing. With the universe, you cannot scrape a page you don't understand Every scraper in the world does this exact same three things. Get the raw HTML of a page, find the specific pieces of data buried inside that HTML, pull them out into something usable, a list, a dictionary, a table. Step 2 is impossible if you never looked at what HTML actually looks like. So before requests, before beautiful soup, before any Python at all, you're going to look at real HTML with your own eyes. Task 1. Go look at the battlefield. Open your browser and go to https:// okay. I'm gonna copy this. Whoops. There we go. Okay, right-click anywhere on the page, click View Page Source, or hit Ctrl-U. A new tab opens, full of ugly-looking code. Don't panic. Don't try to read all of it. Use Ctrl-F in the source page. And search for the word price. That's it. That's the whole task. When you find it, tell me in your own words. No code needed yet. What does the text immediately around the word price look like? Just describe what you see surrounding it. The symbols, the structure, anything that stands out to you. I want your raw observation, not a guess as to what it should be looking like. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and paste that URL and it'll get it here. I recently wrote a scraper myself because I couldn't find a download for a manga I wanted to read. It's one hell of a mess, but hey, it gets a job done. It's on GitHub, but I doubt it will be of use. You know what? Once I get better at understanding the scrapers, I might actually check it out. The problem is that, I don't really know what a web scraper is, to be honest, even though I am building a mini project on it. But I think I'm getting to understand what it means. Huh. I have seen exclamation doc type, but I've never worked with HTML. Hey, and I'm going to be touch typing. My bad, I saw the keyboard. I saw it again. Price. Okay, so we have 41 prices? What did Cloud say me? That's it, that's the whole task. When you find it, tell me in your own words, no code needed. What does the text immediately around the word price look like? I see 41 prices. I'm probably going to get this timer a bit more to the left. There we go. I'm gonna take a quick little picture. Okay, and then let me just grab Claude out here real quick, paste it, and say something like, sensei, I see 41 prices. There we go. 41 matches. That's just the search results panel, not what I asked for. Look closer. You did the task. You got the page open. That part's right. But I need you to actually read what's on screen, not just report the search count. There's real information sitting right there. Look at this line near the top of what you found. div class equals to alert, alert hyphen warning, role equals to alert, storage warning not less than /strong. This is demo website for web scraping purposes. Prices and ratings here were random. Stop and read that sentence yourself out loud if you have to. The site is telling you something important about the data before you even scrape it. Question 1. Based on that warning text, what does that tell you about whether the prices on this site are real prices from real books? Now look further. There's an article class equals to product underscore pod block inside it. There's this block inside it. I class icon star. Question 2. There are 5 tags there, but the outer tag says class star rating 3. Just from looking at that, no code, just observation, what do you think 3 might represent? Given there are 5 icons, but only some of them would visually represent the actual rating, answer both in your own words. Don't scroll further yet. Star rating 3. Based on the text, what does that tell you about whether the prices on the site are real prices from real books? This is demo website, web scraping, price and ratings were random. Okay, question 1. The prices are random because it is just for demo. And then let's go with something like question 2. I believe that the 3 stands for the book rating. Like this book is rated 3 stars. Okay, and then let's go ahead and send it. Both correct. And question 2, that's a real reasoning, not a guess. You looked at 5 icons, but one word says 3, and figured out that the word is the actual data 3-star rating, while the 5 icons are just the visual display. Probably some are styled differently to look filled versus empty, even though the HTML doesn't show you that directly here. That's exactly the kind of inference you'll need for a scraping. The visible design and the actual data underneath are 2 different things, and your job is to find where the data lives. Okay. And question 1, you now know something concrete. The site's prices / ratings are randomized for demo purposes. That's not a flaw for us, it's perfect. It means nobody can ever accuse you of publishing real market data. It's fake data in a sandbox made to be scraped. Confirm safe for project 1, confirm safe for stream. Guys, this freaking delay is so annoying that I hear myself twice. Now, the part you actually asked me about, price. You searched price and got 41 hits, but you jumped past the one that matters. Scroll down a little further in the same view source table as the article class equal to product underscore pod block you already saw, and you'll find something like this. P class equals to price underscore color greater than 51.77 euros hyphen P. Task 2. Find that line yourself. Search again if you need to, or just scroll. It'll be right after the star hyphen rating block you already found, still inside the same article class. Product underscore pod. Once you find it, tell me. What is the tag name used to wrap the price? Look at what comes right before class equals to. What is the class name given to that tag? What is the actual price text sitting between the opening and closing tag? Go find it and report back. Alright, so apparently, is this a leader scraper? It's actually a web scraper, or a fully automated web scraper that I will be building Okay, I'm gonna grab Claude's instruction in the other window just so I can use it as a reference. There we go. Okay, now we need to find the one that says this. There we go. Okay, so that's in task 1. Find that line yourself. Okay, it's right be after that stuff. Once you find it, what is the tag name? Tag name is product underscore price. So I'm gonna grab Claude here and say something like the tag name is product. All right, all right. Product underscore price, all lowercase. There we go. And then let's go with something like the second question. What is the class name given to that tag? Interesting. How the frick do you read this stuff? I don't know. Because I haven't worked with HTML ever. Okay. I do not know the answer to the second question because I have never used HTML. There we go. What is the actual price sitting between the opening and closing tag? What is the price written? So 51.77 euros. 51.77 euros. There we go, and then let's send it. So it's like, so is it like a company number and email or just to look people up? Actually, I'm still figuring that out because I don't really know what a web scraper's job really is because I just started working with this like what 21 minutes ago. But I'm pretty sure this maybe scans over a website and scrapes information like the product name, the product price, the product ID number, and all those things. That said, I do not know HTML, and this is HTML here. Huh. Hold on, you're mixing two different things together. Let's slow down and fix this because this is important and it's an easy fix. You wrote product underscore price as the tag name. But look again at the actual text. P class price color. Okay, here's the confusion. Price color is not the tag name. It's the class name. It says class. I'm an idiot. I'm a literal idiot. It says class. Alright. Okay, you already found it. You didn't realize that you'd found it. Let me break this part piece by piece because you said you'd never use HTML, so I'm not going to assume anything. Quick HTML anatomy lesson. The one pattern you need. Every HTML tag follows this shape. Tag name, class, class name, the actual content, tag name. Apply. So P is the tag name. That is class. Class name. The actual content, which is my price here. My tag name. Oh, P is the tag name. Slash is not included for the tag name. Okay, P is what it is. What a value in this case. P, tag name, the type of element. P means paragraph. P. Class, price underscore color. Class name, a label used for styling / finding this element. Price underscore color. 51.77, the actual content. The text sitting between tags. Tags is that. Tags is that. /P, closing tag. Same tag with a / marked at the end. Think of it like an envelope. P. My class name. Okay, class equals to class name is the outside of the envelope with a label stuck on it, and 51.77 is the letter inside it. A / tag name seals the other end. One more thing, you wrote 51.77 euros. But look at the symbol again. What currency symbol appears right before 51.77? I am bad with currencies. Isn't that euro? more for e-commerce. Huh. I see. Wait, that's dollar. Okay, nothing to be embarrassed about. This is nothing. This has nothing to do with being bad with currencies. It's a real task, not a geography quiz. Look at the exact character setting right before numbers. I'm not asking you to know what country uses it or what it's worth. I just want you to describe the shape of the symbol you see on your screen right now. Is it a dollar sign? A symbol that looks like an L with one or two lines through it. A Y with two lines? No, I know that's yen. Something else. Uh, it looks like an L. Exactly right. That's the symbol, the British pound sign. It does look like a stylized L with a line through it. And that's a perfectly good way to describe it. You read it correctly this time, no assumptions, just what's actually on the screen. So now, put it all together. The full line is P class price underscore color. The content, class name, close your tag. Okay. You know how to read this piece of scraped data straight from raw HTML? That's not nothing. That's the entire foundation of web scraping in one line. Why the class matters more than the tag name? Here's the part that actually matters for building these scrapers, so log this in. There are thousands of p tags on this page. Paragraphs are everywhere. If I told you beautiful soup, go find me a p tag, it would have no idea which one you mean. But class, price underscore color, which means class and class name, that's specific. It's like a name tag. Every single price on this entire page uses that exact same class and nothing else does. So when we write code later, we won't search for a paragraph. We'll search for a paragraph with class price color. That's how we tell Python exactly which piece of data we want out of thousands of tags. Quick question check before we move on. Earlier, you found the star rating tag with p class star hyphen rating tree. Same tag name p as the price tag. If tag name alone isn't enough to tell them apart, what actually would tell a program the difference between this is a range versus this is a price just from looking at these two lines? Wait. Earlier you found the star rating p class name tree. Same tag p. If tag name alone isn't enough to tell them apart, what actually would tell a program the difference? P class name. Okay, and then let's see. Exactly the class name. P class equal to price underscore color versus P class equal to star hyphen rating. Three, same tag, completely different jobs. And the class is what separates them. That's the whole trick. You just figured out from raw observation. Maybe from raw explanation is more like it. The core principle every scraper in the world runs on. You don't search HTML by tag name alone. You search by class because class tells you what data actually is. That's real understanding, not memorized syntax. Good. Where we are? Okay, you know from scratch, zero assumptions. HTML equals to tags wrapping content. Tag class equals to content tag. Class names are how you tell apart two things that use the same tag. This side is safe. Fake data sandbox. Confirmed for stream. You've located the two pieces of data we care about first. Price underscore color. Price and star rating, which is our rating. Next up, we bring in actual Python. Specifically the requests library. Whose entire job is to do programmatically what your browser just did manually. Oh, go fetch that raw HTML. you were just staring at, except now Python holds it as a string instead of you reading it with your two eyes. Before I show you any code, one check, since you told me you've never touched request at all. Question in plain English before seeing any syntax. What do you think the one job of a library called request would be, based on purely the name? No wrong answer here, just reason it out. I believe that the request library requests data from a website. You know what? Instead of going with request data, oh god, guys, my bad. I went overtime. Oh god, I need to pay more attention. Break time. All right. I wonder what to do for break time, where I wasted half my time. Yeah, I mean, almost half my time. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and I wanna ask Gemini. There we go. Okay, what should I play? Oh, I want to play something royalty free, always clock on widget, YouTube timer, Python roadmap, improve stealth, C++, OBS. What do I play? Let's say I am on my break. What to play on stream? That I do not need to download. Huh. Guys, I gotta pay more freaking attention to that. I'm so glad you pointed that out. I forgot all about the timer. I'm not used to having a timer on. Okay, let's see. World's on stream. Can I get links? Pro tip for break scenes. Wait, what? Okay, so world stream dot city guesser, fine. Start playing. 2 minutes, normal, your unit, kilometers, username. Let's go with the universe. I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna exit this. GeoGuessr. Oh god. World's on stream. What's something that I can instantly? Oh, found. Nice. I would have played chess. Okay, I guess let's go with start. Krunker.io? Wait, is that something that Gemini said here? Huh, I may check it out then. Okay, so let's see. Presets, custom. I'm gonna go with normal. Icebreaker, masterpiece. Fine, let's start with normal. Hey, the playability is better when there are at least 4 players. Do you really want to continue? Sure. You could play that on web. I actually may try it. Hold on. Okay, can you guys hear the audio? I hope you guys cannot. Okay, guys. Catastrophic frog in a lab. What? Yeah, screw that. Let me try the other one. Krunker.io. Hear about stuff. There we go. Okay, I've never really heard of this. Click to play. Wow. Wait, am I playing Valorant here? Now I suck. Oh god. I gotta be prepared. I'm going there. Hell yeah. Take that. Oh, time's up. Time's up. Alright, time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Okay, so 2-1 and get back to work, guys. That was a community game. I have not heard of that, but that was really fun. Okay, I believe that the requested library requests data from a website, asks data from a website, fetches it, and gives it to Python. Gartic phone. I may really try that in my next break after like 25 minutes. That's exactly it. Deed on. That was it. That was a raw guess, guys. Request. Request something from a server. You ask a website, hey, send me your page, and it hands back the raw HTML. The same raw HTML you were just scrolling through manually in your browser. The only difference now, instead of your eyeballs reading it, Python holds it as a string of text, ready to be searched through by code. You reasoned that out from the name alone. That's the instinct I want you building. Read the name, guess the job, then verify it, not memorize syntax blind. Okay, let's see it for real. One line of code. Open a new Python file in your 365 AI engineering project, something like python_file/scraper_test.py. First, do you have request installed yet? Let's check this first. So, python-m pip show request. Okay, that was essentially CSGO on web. Huh. I've heard a lot about CSGO, but I never worked with it, to be honest. Interesting. I may really try CSGO sometimes on my gaming channel. Okay, so apparently we gotta go ahead and grab a new Python file. So I'm gonna close. Wait, while I'm closing this, I'm gonna go to my previous chat real quick. And say, can I get an MD file for my phase 1 question mark? I'm gonna just set this to be max. I know it's gonna eat up a bunch of tokens, but screw it, who cares? Okay, let's go back to Visual Studio. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say close my Alembic. I'm gonna keep my Python files the only thing that's open. Then I'm gonna right click here. I'm gonna create a new file, which is gonna be web_scraper. There we go, .the py extension. Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna hit enter. Now, once I'm in my py extension, I'm gonna maybe add the command that Claude said me to add. So firstly, I'm gonna change my directory. I don't think so, I should. I'm just gonna go with something like py-m pip show request. There we go. Okay, I do not have requests currently. So I'm gonna copy that and then grab Claude here. Oh, wow. Wait, was that it? Seriously? No. I didn't mean for everything. I meant, actually, can I get an MD file just for my SQL Alchemy? Okay. Do you have the paid version of GPT? Actually, no, I have never paid for an AI, to be honest, like use it. I mostly use the free version. Paste it and say, I see this. Wow, using two chats simultaneously. Okay, so we go with pip install request. So let's go with py-m pip install request. There we go. While it's installing, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my second file again and wait for Claude to generate me an MD file. And later on, I will be uploading these files to my GitHub as well, so you guys can check it out there too, which I had to upload it a long time ago, but apparently I forgot all about it. Okay, I guess I'm gonna wait for it to install. Okay, I think it's installed, right? I'm gonna copy this. Wait, let me go with something like pip-m show. Was it show? Okay. No, not pip. py-m pip show request. Alright, I guess I got my request on. I'm gonna copy this and then let's just grab Claude up here real quick and then, wow. This is exactly what I needed. I'm gonna download this real quick and then we're gonna go there. I'm gonna close my Python files. I'm gonna open my Markdown files and let's upload this real quick. From my file explorer, I'm gonna paste this here, then upload this. Okay, that basically wraps up phase 1. Then I'm just gonna delete it. Perfect. Okay, now once I'm done with this, I'm gonna grab Claude out here real quick, go to my literal chat, paste it, and say, done. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and exit those, because I will not be needing them anytime soon. Matter of fact, I may never even need them anymore. Unless I don't create them again. Okay, installed clean, version 2.34.2, confirmed and locked in. Notice that summary line it printed, Python HTTPS for humans. That's not a filler text, that's literally the library's own tagline. And it backs up exactly what you predicted a minute ago. HTTPS is the protocol your browser uses to talk to websites. Request just makes that easy for humans to do from Python. Just time to write the first real line. Create python_file/scraper_test.py. So we import request. We go with URL equals to https://books.toscrape.com, which is exactly the file path here. Alright, I'm gonna exit that. Okay, response equals to request. So I'm prefixing my request as library that I imported here. I set that equal to a variable called response. I use the .get URL or the .get method. I want to get my URL. And then I print my response .status_code. Isn't that method invoked? Interesting. Before you run it prediction time, you have a real reasoning material here. You've used this exact URL already in your browser and you know what it loaded fine. Question. Response.status_code is going to print some kind of number based on nothing but common sense. If a website request goes well, succeeds, no errors, what number do you think a success status code might commonly be? Okay, so in C++, I used to return 0, which means it goes well. We've seen this number. A 0 for success, and a 1 for failure. There we go. And then I'm gonna send it. Okay, this needs to be reasonable guess. This actually backwards. I knew it. Hello, Mr. Handsome Boy. It sounds cool. Yo, how you doing? Ganaza, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, reasonable guess. That's actually backwards from how status code works. And this is a genuinely useful thing to lock in now because you see these numbers constantly. Your instinct, 0 equals to good, 1 equals to bad, comes from Python's true/false error code thinking, which is fair, but HTTPS status code works on a totally different system. They're all 3-digit numbers and they're all grouped by their first digit. Quick real-world analogy since this is brand new to you. Think of status codes like a waiter bringing you food at a restaurant. There we go. 200s, here's your food, exactly as ordered, success. 300s, your table moved, follow me, redirect. 400s, you ordered something that does not exist on the menu, your mistake, client error. 500s, the kitchen caught fire, their mistake, server error. Interesting Pomodoro site. Personally, I like more Pomo focus. I did go with one that was like copyright free and like royalty free, something that I could use on stream as well, and this was specifically like meant for that. Also, because I'm gonna be uploading these as Code With Me, let's say programming sessions on my channel as well, while adding a cool music and like editing it just a slight bit. Okay, because by God, I have not uploaded a video in like a long time. What made you want to do illegal things like web scraping? Yappa. Actually, I'm web scraping from a website that really wants us to web scrape, so everything in this website is all fake and meant for beginner programmers who really want to learn web scraping. So it's like 100% legal, and I see an ant right there. I finally got a paid copy of the ARDOUR9. Huh. I actually haven't heard of that. Web scraping isn't illegal? Okay, I was a little too excited. I haven't heard of that. What does that mean, though? Okay, the single most common, it worked perfectly, code is 200. Now run the code yourself and tell me the actual number your terminal prints. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab Visual Studio out here. Zoom in a little. Okay, and let's just try it. I was being sarcastic. Okay, you know what? I think I should up my sarcasm joke. My streams are way too boring because I hardly make anyone laugh. Okay, let me go with requests. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and create a URL variable that is gonna be equal to my literal URL for my website. And then I'm gonna go with a response variable. RESPONSE. There we go. My response is gonna be equal to, let's say, my requested library dot the get method. I want to get my URL, which is my variable here. So I want to get to this website. Okay, I want to request contents from this website, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a print statement that says something like my response variable dot the status underscore code. Oh, I thought status. Okay, I need to ask this one question. I thought status underscore code was a method, so it should require a pair of parentheses to invoke it, but apparently it does not. And yeah, what a tragedy. I cannot really run program without manually typing it in my terminal because I changed my environment to UTF-8. Okay, so I'm gonna go with cd, change directory to Python underscore, let's say, files. Okay, and then I'm gonna change my directory. Now we're gonna go with something like py web underscore scraper dot the py extension. No such file exists in the directory. I added 2 freaking p's, are you kidding me? Alright. I did this mistake so many times. Okay, I run into an error. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. ARDOUR or Ardour. Hold on. Let me just see how do you pronounce this. Let me just go with something like English. Whoops. Let's go to something like English to Japanese Google Translator. I usually go with that. Let me paste it and say, are you kidding me? Hold on. Let me just remove this from here. Get that there. Copy this again. Grab Claude here. God, I can grab it from here. Say I ran into an error. Okay, and while Claude is replying, I'm gonna see the pronunciation for this. Let me make sure you guys can hear it as well.
Ardor.
Ardor. Huh. Okay, so Ardor is a professional audio mixer and processor, even a program by the same company that made the mixer that Michael Jackson uses Ardor as its base. Huh, I see. I actually have never heard of it, but if it's really that good with music, I may actually sometime check it when I'm actually trying to make some music for my streams or channel. Okay, stop. Before anything else, read the last line of that traceback out loud. Python is literally telling you the exact cause of this file. Okay, let's see. What does it say? Attribute error. Model hue has no attribute. LIFO hue. Consider renaming yada yada since it has the since it has the same name as the standard library module named hue. Oh, I probably need to change my web scraper here, right? Let me rename it. Project 1. Okay, so Project 1 underscore web scraper. There we go. That should fix it, right? Positive it should fix it. Okay, wait, this is gonna be py, and then project underscore 1 underscore web underscore scraper dot py. I still ran into the same error. I'm gonna grab Claude here and like read the instructions. Oh, you use the AI Trifecta, ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. You know what? Yeah, I did actually hear of multiple AIs. For example, I think one tried with the G. I think it was like Grok or something. I haven't tried that yet though. Sometimes for research, I use Perplexity. I have heard of it, but I've never tried it to be honest. I use Copilot once in a while though. Okay, this is a real bug, and it isn't a great one to hit early because it teaches something important. Python has a standard library, built-in modules that come with Python itself, and Hue is one of them. URL lib3, which requests depends on, needs to import that real built-in Hue module to work, but here's the collision. You have a file in that folder called hue.py. I do. When Python sees import Hue, it doesn't know what you mean. The built-in one? Oh. You have a real reasoning material for this one. Do you remember writing hue.py? I did. I see. Also, is it just me or your voice became slightly robotic, like it's being duplicated? Oh, my bad. I still had my desktop audio on. Wait, hold up. Can you guys did the voice fix it? Because I had my desktop audio plus I was speaking, so I think the desktop audio has like a slight bit of delay there. Exactly, that's it. Mystery solved, and solved by your own memory, not a guess. That hue.py from your DSA work is a perfectly good file. The problem isn't that wrong. The problem isn't that it's wrong. It's that its name collides with Python's built-in Hue module, and Python has no way to know which one you mean. When something says import Hue, better. Okay, I guess we got the culprit. Because if I do this, then my voice may sound a bit robotic because there are two different voices here. So if I like mute that stuff, that should fix it. Right, and I gotta make sure that I pay attention after 6 minutes to take a break. This is a real lesson worth locking in. Never name your own files the same as known Python standard libraries, Hue, OS, sys, random, JSON, etc. Even if your file works fine on its own, it'll silently break other libraries that depend on a real one. The fix, go rename it to something like myHue. Alright. I'm gonna go to my hue.py and rename it to my underscore hue.py. And then I'm gonna go ahead and name my current file, which is project 1. Do you guys see project 1 here? There we go. There we go. SCRAPER. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and copy this line here. And we're gonna go ahead and paste it. This time, it should work. No more collision, then we get 200. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say grab Claude here and then paste it. And say perfect. There we go. 200, there it is. That wasn't a detour. That was the lesson landing in real time. You just experienced firsthand why naming collisions with standard library modules are real actual bug that breaks things in non-obvious ways. You'll remember this one because you debugged it yourself, not because I explained it to you. Well, I think I was explained, right? Was I not? And I forgot to check my... There we go, my restreams this chat. There we go. Surely there is a setting in the Pomodoro timer that makes it play sound when time's up. There actually is. I kind of muted it for like copyright issues and all that stuff. Because if I were to go to the website here, here we go. It does have an alarm. I kind of off the alarm and you guys won't be able to hear the any music in general, to be honest, because I probably closed them all. Huh. But later on, when I upload my video on my Code With Me, which is scheduled to upload, let's say tomorrow night. Well, my tomorrow night, and maybe you guys is tomorrow morning or you guys is tomorrow afternoon or something like that. That's it, that's it. I did add custom music there. Okay, where we stand, HTML anatomy done, Y class names done, request installed, got real 200, solved a real missing. Solved a real naming collision bug independently. Next step, the actual content. Right now, you only know the request succeeded. You haven't looked at what came back yet. Prediction time. Real reasoning material here, since you already know response.status_code gave you a number. If response.status_code holds the status number, what do you think the property might be called that holds the actual HTML content on the page, the same raw HTML you were scrolling through in your browser earlier? Take a guess based on the pattern you've seen. Holds the status number. What do you think the property might be called that holds the actual HTML content? I have no clue. That said, I had a question. The dot status underscore code made it seem like it was a method that is being called. However, why did we not add a pair of parentheses in order to invoke the method, question mark? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that we need to add a pair of parentheses to invoke the methods, unless it's not a method. Let me just go back there, make sure the chat's going good. Okay, great question, and I have no clue was the right call here too, because this genuinely isn't something you could guess from a pattern. Good instinct, knowing the difference. Now let's tackle your real question, because this is an important distinction in Python that goes way back to your object-oriented background. You already know this concept, you just haven't connected the dots. Huh. Okay, attribute makes sense, but we did not really use a, is this no, it's not an object, that's not an object. Huh. You're right that response.status_code looks similar to a method, but here's the distinction. A method is an action/behavior, something the object does. You call it with parentheses because you're telling it, run now. Example, response.json. An attribute is a piece of data, something that the object has already sitting there, no action needed. Unless response was my object. No, how? Request could be an object, that makes sense, but then also I'll have to import something from, I'd have to do from something import request. There we go. Think of response as a person who just got back from a trip, response.status. But in order to have an attribute, we need a object. However, the response is a variable, not an object. And there, that's time, guys. Hop off your work. All right, let's try the other games. What was the other game? Gartic Phone? Is that like a game? Hold on, let me check. Ooh, interesting. Wait, is this the same thing? I have a name in here. Huh. Okay, that's fine then. What was the other thing that I was playing though? You know what? Screw it. Let me just play some chess. There we go. Okay, so I have 4 minutes, right? I don't need to play a minute game. Screw it. I'm in a minute game. Colors may change. Okay, let's go with the Queen's Gambit. Even though King's Gambit is quite aggressive. I'm gonna go here. Well, he did break my pawn's structure, but at what cost? Was it worth it? What should be blocked? Can I push from somewhere else? Huh? Oh god, I'm gonna run out of time if I take this long to think. Trade. I'm still in the lead, okay? Okay, takes. Idiot. I'll trade. I'll do all the trades in the world. Let me be the jack of trades. Okay. Yep. Let's get it. Wait, are you kidding me? Seriously? That was on purpose, in case you guys did not know. Oh, wow. Wait, how do, how many, am I losing? Shoot, I actually am. Damn it. Okay, how did I lose? I thought I was in the lead. I did 3 great moves, 5 best moves, 2 excellent moves. How did I lose? I cleared his board out. Well, maybe I give him the elo advantage. Yeah, I'm just a sore loser. Okay, let's see what else to play. What else to play? Should I play some Wuthering Waves? I don't think I'd have enough time, will I? I may have enough time to open it. Sure, let's see how long does Wuthering Waves takes to open. Does it take like a minute or something? Let's see. Oh wow, we got updated. Updating 411 megabytes. Okay, I mean, while it updates, I can just have Gemini out here recommend me something else to do in the meanwhile. You know what I really need to do? I need to drink some water. Is that play? Oh, there we go, start. Get it on. There we go. Okay, I guess it's still opening. I highly doubt in 55 seconds I could open Wuthering Waves. So I'm just gonna get in position, just relax a little bit. Maybe I thought to go to my just chatting, but probably not. I'm positive I won't be able to play Valorant in this time. Maybe I'll just leave Wuthering Waves on in the desktop for my later using or my later usage. Maybe not, to be honest. Maybe not. But 18 seconds. Oh god, am I gonna make it? 15 seconds? You guys can't even see my other window. That's such a tragedy. You guys probably could see this stuff. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, that's time. Hands up the distractions. Eyes up the distraction, I mean. too bad. Um I've got it in my other window. What the hell? I'm gonna just close it for now. How do you close it? How do you... Wait, hold on, guys. I swear I'm not cheating. Return... Oh, fine. I opened after so long. Okay, stop right there. This is really important misconception to fix, and it's a common one. So let's clear it up fully. Response is an object. Here's the thing you're missing in Python. Variables don't hold raw values. Separate from objects, variables are just names that point to objects. Every single thing in Python, no matter how simple it looks, is an object under the hood. Let's prove it. Print type response prediction first. You have your well grounding here. You wrote response equals to request.get. Look at the right hand side. Requests.get URL. That's calling a function from the requests library. Function returns something. Question. Based on what requests library's library's whole job is, fetching a web page and handing back info about it, status, content, headers, etc. Multiple pieces of related data. What kind of container do you think would make sense for it to return? Does a plain number or a plain string make sense to hold all of that? Status code and content and headers? Or does that sound more like something with structure, like an object with multiple attributes? Does a plain number or plain string make sense to hold all of that? Status and code and content? Okay, or does that sound more like a structure? It sounds like a structure, to be honest. Alright, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and exit that. Okay, struct, that's actually a real sharp instinct, and here's why it's basically right. Your pattern matching from other languages, C, C++ maybe, where a struct is a bundle of related data field grouped under one name. That's almost exactly what's happening here. Python doesn't call a struct, but a Python object is doing the same job. It's a single container bundling together status underscore code, the HTML content, the headers, and more, all under one name, response. Okay, the difference in Python, since Python is full object oriented, everything, even something as simple as a number 5 is technically an object of some class. Integer is the class here. A struct-like bundle of data in Python isn't a separate concept from an object. It just is an object, specifically an instance of a class that requests a defined called response. Now run it and confirm it. Right? Okay, I know this. Okay, now that I see the explanation, I know that it's correct. Control S, and then I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, paste it, and let's run it. Okay, so we get class request.model. Oh, okay, alright. Let me paste this. Okay, and an hour and I need to start actually building the web scraper. What the hell? There it is, confirmed, not guessed. Class request.model.response. Response is a real instance of a class called response. Defined inside the requests library. Oh. Your struct instinct was correct in spirit. It is a bundle of related data, but now you've seen the actual mechanism. In Python, that bundle isn't a separate concept from object. It just is an object built from a class somewhere someone else wrote. So going back to your original question, response.status underscore code works with no parentheses because status underscore code is an attribute, a piece of data already stored on that response object. The moment it was created, no action needed, just reading a value that's already sitting there. Lacking in concept, one more check. You already know this pattern code from your own object-oriented programming work. You've written classes with dunder init before? Let's connect it directly. Question. If response is a class and status underscore code is data sitting on every response object, in class you write yourself, what's the normal way that data ends up attached to an object like that? Think about what you type inside dunder init using self. Yes, exactly. Self dot something equals to value inside dunder init. That's precisely what's happening under the hood when request dot get URL runs somewhere inside the requested library. There's code that looks conceptually like a class response defined under init, which requires self as a parameter. Self.status code equals to 200 or whatever the server sent back. Self.text equals to HTML dot backslash HTML. So the raw page content, those are the tags there. Self.header curly braces. You don't see that dunder init run. Request.get handles calling it internally, but the result is the same thing you've built yourself before. An object with data hanging off it via self dot, ready to read with dot notation, no parentheses needed. Bro, I'm new in this computer science and I have zero knowledge, help me. Okay, that really, the help really depends based on what is it that you really want to pursue. For example, do you want to be a software engineer, a game developer, let's say an AI engineer, etc., etc. If you do want to be an AI engineer, want to work in the AI's field, or let's say want to be a software developer or a game developer, you could join my Discord server and like let me know what is it that you want to do. Based on that, I could like give you the roadmaps that I personally use. For example, if you want to be an AI engineer, I would recommend you to start learning the Python language. And I do have a really basic Python roadmap that goes in detail over every single prerequisite that you will be needing. For let's say the basic Python. That said, you guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing exclamation Discord on chat. The link should pop up. And let me show you guys what you guys can do once you're in the Discord server. So once you'll join the Discord server, you guys can either go to the coding helps us chat, general chat, or the Python chat. Mention my name there, asking me for a roadmap. I will be personally DMing it to you guys. That said, there is one more thing that you guys could do. Since there are so many people, and when I say so many, I mean a lot of people that ask me this question. I made a whole entire video, a whole entire short on this stuff. How to get access to my roadmap. There will be one short uploading, I think tonight, that's gonna say something like how to join my Discord server or something like that. But yeah, you guys can click this short and watch it to see how can you guys get access to my roadmap. That's it. Oh, you're still streaming? Thought you only do for an hour. Actually, yeah, that used to be true, but I want to try pushing it to at least 4 hours, or come on, let's be honest, at least 3 hours or 2.5 hours, because YouTube does not really push my live streams until I don't hit the 4-hour mark. Once I've been streaming for 4 hours, that's when YouTube starts to show people that my stream really exists. If that made any sense. Okay, that's just should I say YouTube's is the algorithm? That's how it works, because YouTube does not make nearly as much through live stream. They mostly make it through long form videos. Therefore, they don't push live streams as much. That said, where was I at? Oh, I forgot. I was gonna type something like exclamation Discord. There we go. Okay, you don't see that dunder init run, yada yada. This is the whole point. Every library you'll ever use, request pandas, SQL alchemy, is just one more people's classes and objects built the exact same way you already know how to build them. Nothing magic. You already had this knowledge. You just connected it to a new content today. Awesome, good luck. You appreciate your formidable thunder. Okay, back to the real task. Finding the HTML content. Now that the confusion's cleared up, go back to your original prediction. You know status underscore code is an attribute. Okay, now it makes sense. It is an attribute. I said now it makes sense. It is an attribute. Holding the status number. Same question as before. Now write the object stuff sorted. What do you think the attribute might be called that holds the actual raw HTML content? The same text you were scrolling through in your browser earlier. Take a real guess based on naming patterns you've seen so far. Status underscore code describes what it holds pretty literally. Headers, self.text, HTML underscore content. Question mark? Close in spirit, wrong in name, and that's a completely reasonable guess. Let's verify instead of guessing further. Excuse me, guys. Request actually named it something shorter. Add this to your script and run it. Print response.text. Before you run it, one real prediction, since you already have grounding, you've seen this exact pattern raw HTML already in your browser's view source tab. Question. Do you expect response.text to print out something short and clean, or something long and messy, full of div, p, article, tags, indentation, all of it, basically identical to what you scrolled through earlier in your browser? Answer that, then run it and tell me what you see. A quick description is fine. You don't need to paste the whole massive output. Right, I'm gonna decrease that and then go here. Then let me go ahead and paste that. Hit Control S. Copy that. Paste it here. Send it. Oh wow. Wait. View page source. It shows me the code that I saw when I right-clicked and went to the view page source. Okay, and then let's send it. Exactly, that's the whole trick right there. Read the text back to yourself. Response.text gave you the identical raw HTML. You were manually scrolling through in your browser 20 minutes ago. Same content, same tags, same class equals to price underscore color still running. Sitting in there somewhere. Except now it's not trapped in a browser tab. It's a Python string sitting in a variable. Ready for code to search through. That's it. That's the entire get the page. Half of web scraping. Done. 2 lines of code. Response equals to request.get URL print response.text. You understand. Well, you now understand. Not memorized, understand. Every piece of that. Request.get returns a response. Returns a response object. Status underscore code is an attribute confirming it worked with 200. .text is an attribute holding the raw HTML as a string. What's next? The hard part. I see. Right now, response.text is one giant ugly wall of text. Thousands of characters, all the tags mashed together. You can just eyeball search a Python string the way you used to. The way you use Control F in your browser. This is where a beautiful stop comes in. It kind of is an ugly wall of text. The library whose entire job is to take that messy string and let you say things like, find me every tag with class price underscore color instead of manually hunting through raw text. Before I show you anything, quick gut check. Since you told me at the very start you've never touched beautiful stop at all. Question, given what we just did, reading the raw HTML string manually, would be painful just from the name Beautiful Stop, yes, it's a strange name. There's a reason for it. Any instinct on what its job might be? Alright, it's not Beautiful Stop, it's Beautiful Soup. Might be, or does the name genuinely give you nothing to go on? The name does not give me anything much to work with. I do not know. Okay, and then let's go ahead and send it. Totally fair, and honestly, the right answer. Beautiful soup is a weird vimisial name that does not hint at its function at all. No shame in saying I've got nothing when there's genuinely nothing to reason from. That's exactly the kind of brand new no grounding. Because where prediction isn't useful, good call or not forcing one. So let me just teach you this one directly. What beautiful soup actually does. Beautiful slop. Guys, the name always got me. Did I say beautiful stop again? Wait, is it slop? No, it's never mind. It's soup. Okay, remember that big ugly wall of text response.txt gave you? To Python right now, that's just a string, meaning Python doesn't know any of its HTML. It has no idea what a tag is, which class, what a class is. None of it. To Python, p class, class name, content, close the tag, that is open tag, is just a bunch of characters in a row, no different from any other text. Beautiful soups is one job. Take that raw string and turn it into a structured object that actually understands HTML, tags, classes, nesting, all of it. So you can ask it real questions like, find me every tag with class, price underscore color, instead of manually slicing up a giant string yourself. Real world analogy, imagine someone hands you a giant pile of loose paper, no folders, no labels, just a messy stack. That's response.txt. Beautiful soup is like a librarian that takes that pile and organizes it into labeled folders and drawers. So instead of flipping through every page yourself, you can just say, give me everything in the folder labeled price underscore color. Take that raw string and turn it into a structured object that actually understands HTML tags, classes, nesting, all of it. You can ask it real questions like find me, okay. Let's get it installed. Wow, we need to install Beautiful Soup. Same check as before. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Beautiful Soup 4. So rather than doing this, I'm gonna go with something like pip -m install DEAUTIFUL, also UP4. Uh-oh. I should have seen the spelling. DEAUTIFUL. I'm such an idiot. Python. Pip install. Beautiful soup for py pip install beautiful soup for py hyphen, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. py hyphen m pip install beautiful soup for. There we go. Finally. And then I'm gonna go with something like py hyphen m pip show beautiful soup for. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and let's say copy that. Grab Claude out here. Then we're gonna go ahead and paste it. Install clean 4.15.0 confirmed, and look at that summary line. Screen scraping library straight from the source, no ambiguity. Notice too, it pulls in a dependency called soup save. Soup save. Okay, soup save. Fact check my pronunciation. That's the piece that actually handles searching. CSS hyphen selector hyphen style lookups. You don't need to touch it directly. Just know it's there under the hood, same as URLLIB3 was holding under requests. Let's use it one line at a time. Update your scripts to this. Import requests. From BS4, import beautiful soup. BS4. URL is going to be the URL. Response is going to be the request.get URL. Soup is going to be soup is going to be beautiful soup function. Response.text HTML. Parser. Print type soup. Alrighty, so we import requests, and then I'm going to go with something like from BS4 import beautiful soup. Me, gonna copy that. Control Z, import beautiful soup. Okay, once we've got our beautiful soup, we get our URL. We get our response. I'm gonna create a soup variable and set that equal to my beautiful soup function, which is going to be requiring my response. RESPONSE response dot text. There we go. And then I'm gonna go with something like, okay, I forgot the next part. I have a question. What's the point in all of this if you're just basically copying from Claude? Okay, there's a difference. I'm not copying from Claude, well, not technically, figuratively. For the time being, I am learning the prerequisites. I'm not really blindly copying it. I'm copying it just to see what it does, because Claude makes mistakes as well. And getting your fingers used to the muscle memory of really typing program is really, really beneficial in the future. That said, I am basically learning what these things really do here. That said, beautiful soup. Response.text, HTML parser. Okay, this should be title case. Beautiful soup function. I'm gonna copy this and then I'm gonna paste it here. RESPONE response.text, and then what was the next thing? HTML.parser. HTML.parser. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and print the type of my soup. Let's go with something like print type soup. There we go. And then we're gonna hit Control S to save the code. I'm gonna go here and we're gonna go ahead and run the command. Before that, I'm gonna change my directory to, let's say, something like Python _files. Okay, and then we're gonna go with something like py web _scraper.py. Okay, so class BS4 beautiful soup. This is what I get. I'm gonna copy that stuff and then we're gonna grab Claude here, paste it. What's wrong with my throat? I see this. Maybe instead of it, you should ask it to give you concept and you should try and make your own logic. Because a lot of these libraries are just syntaxes. You essentially need to learn the core concepts and logic. But that's just me, I don't know. Actually, yeah, that does make sense. Few people do prefer working like that as well. For me personally, I like to be sort of guided by a professor or an instructor or anything that anyone that really knows much more than me. For this case, I think Claude is really, really good because the amount of time that I take figuring out a concept on my own from, let's say, 0 just by knowing the syntax won't merely be as effective as if I got those topics explained and had some hands-on practice. Although, here's another catch. If I did work on those concepts myself and I somehow managed to really understand those concepts, that is going to go into the long term. There is no shot that's going to stay in the short term memory. Oh, wow, and our break started. Alright, guys, it's time for a break. It's time for a break. I'm going to open my Wuthering Waves this time without stalling any more time. There we go. I'm going to go with start. I opened DaVinci as well by mistake. Alright, I'm gonna read this instruction later on. So, I'm waiting to exit DaVinci so I can have Wuthering Waves open. There we go. Okay, hold on guys, it's gonna take a while to get Wuthering Waves on here. I may have like a minute or two to play it, to be honest. Although the next break is gonna be 15 minutes, so I'm probably gonna be completing a whole quest. Hold on. Is it just me or did the delay get even worse? Oh god, it actually did. Give me a quick sec, I'm getting this to the right. Hold up, hold up. Waiting for it to load it. There we go. Windows shift right. Okay, I'm gonna get my Pomodoro timer here. We got 3 minutes and 55 seconds. No use Claude, but instead of it giving you code snippets, you derive that code itself. It's like a math, you don't learn it without proving it. That actually does make sense. I may try it too. And also, I'm gonna on my desktop audio for this. Just so you can actually hear stuff. First things first. I'm gonna go to events. Let's claim some of my events. All right. Pomodoro timer's not getting in the way. I'm gonna keep it here. I can't see squad because of this timer. Okay, store resonators. Annoying timer.
Oh.
Wow, they got a new voice. Nah, it's just me. Okay, it's fine. Let's work on a quest. I wanna go to my convene real quick. I think it should be somewhere right there. Oh, there. There we go. No one free. Okay, 4 more days for a gacha refresh. I'm still saving my stuff, so that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I wanna go to quest. How do you go to quest? I forgot how do you play this game. Levitator, holder, flight. Camera. Sensor. Oh wow. F to fly. Oh wait, not bad. Quest are literally from here. I'm gonna run to the quest. Okay. The wind before the storm. Interact with true love. Okay, I did not play this in a while, but you'll see. Oh. I still got a minute and 24 seconds. That's nice. Okay, let's run.
Let's take it slow.
Let's take it slow. Now I'm out of time. I got a minute and 10 seconds. What the hell? Okay, let's go with F. Interact with true love. Hey, I have lots of adventure stories. What story would you like to hear? Tell me Roy's story. During the story, will trigger main quest chapter 4 Act 1 and send you the Mengzi. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I got 35 seconds. I can be sure than this. Come on. As the ties descended into a world of an unexpected adventure awaits you. Oh, come on. In Junzo, you join hands with Gion and the other resonators to fuel the Tacit Discord outbreak in Northful Barrens. You also met little Abby. You ultimately triumphed over and absorbed the dreamless. Alright guys, time's up. How does it feel to bust you guys' bubble? Oh god, I hate this. One hit, please complete everything. We can work on it later. Just see that as a background. That's fine. Okay, so where was I? Okay, let me. So I was apparently here, right? Okay, confirmed. Class BS4 dot beautiful soup. Exactly the pattern you predicted, and you predicted it correctly this time without me spelling it out. You're starting to see the pattern now. Even the library hands you back its own custom object built with a class, loaded with attributes and methods specific to what that library does. Request.get response object beautiful soup object. Same underlining mechanism over time. Soup is now that organized librarian from the analogy. It's taken the giant messy string and structured it so you can actually search it. There we go. I forgot that I had my desktop audio on too. Do you have a tab or something with the same stream on playing? I mean, that could be the case. I mean, that the logic is basically the same. The only time my voice echoes is when I let you guys hear my desktop audio. So I hear myself twice as well with a delay. Plus, I'm just gonna close both of these. I now hear myself only once. There we go. Okay, this should stop all the echoing in general. But well, I'm gonna hear myself twice for background noises. Okay, now the moment this all comes together. Remember what we found manually in the browser? P-class and our class name, the content in our class. We close our template. That is to open our template. Beautiful Soup lets you ask for that directly. The method is called .find and its job, straight from the name, is find one matching tag and hand it back to you. At this line, first underscore price, soup.find, P, class equal to price underscore color. Print first price. One important quirk to flag before you run it. Notice it's class underscore with an underscore at the end, not class. This is deliberate, not a typo. Quick question. Real reasoning material here. You've written Python classes yourself. Is the word class a Python? Is the word class a Python lets you freely use a variable / argument name, or is it something Python has reserved for its own use? Defining actual classes. Think about what would happen if Beautiful Soup tried to act an argument literally named class. In the first time in my life using Ardor, I see plugins with a GUI and pin graph. Yes, before this, I had to use Latspa and Audacity. Both don't give visual representations for their plugins. Oh, I see. I'm never going back to Audacity and LLMs, except use LLMs to generate MIDI and loops to put in Ardor. Even if it's really that good, I may really try it later on. But I really need to find a reason to use it firstly. Okay, is the word class a word Python lets you use freely as a variable? Looks like it's not a decorator, I know that much. Use freely as a variable / argument name, or is just something Python has reserved for its own use, defining an actual class? Think about what would happen if Beautiful Soup tried to accept an argument literally named class. Oh, class is a keyword. However, using a class underscore would not conflict with a class creation. There we go, and then let's send it. And you should try Ardor as Ardor. Oh, you should say Ardor as Ardor. Oh, I see. Harrison mixed this by the same company that made the analogy mixer that Michael Jackson uses a lot of Ardor code in their Mixbus program. Even most tutorials for Ardor apparently work in Harrison Mixbus. So that proves how good Ardor is. You know what? That actually sounds pretty cool. Okay, exactly right. That's precisely why they did it. Class is a reserved keyword in Python. It's how you define actual class. It's how you define actual classes. Class, my class, so Python won't let you use it as a regular argument name. It would cause a syntax error immediately. The beautiful soup developers wanted an argument that matches the HTML's class attribute conceptually, but couldn't literally use the word class in their function signature. So the convention is add a trailing underscore to dodge the keyword collision. Class underscore reads almost identical but is not reserved. You'll see the same trailing underscore trick pop up elsewhere in Python libraries whenever they want to use a reserved word as a parameter name. Example, type underscore ID underscore. Good pattern to recognize now. Run it first underscore price equals to soup.find. P is my template. Class is price underscore color. Print first price. So soup.find template and then our class. And its job straight from the name is find one matching tag and hand it back to you. Tag class is price underscore color. All right, so I'm gonna open Visual Studio Code. An order is $1 only. You can choose what you pay for. Past $45, the license you get is for all major releases. Unlike the $1 one, which locked on a single major release. Oh, I see. Which currently Order 9, they only change the major number every 2 to 5 years. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's say run something. I'm gonna go with something like, what's the name? Fixed underscore price? First underscore price. Okay, so we're gonna go with web scraper. I'm gonna delete this and then let's add something like first underscore price, which is going to be equal to my soup dot the find method. Find method is going to be requiring a tag as a parameter. The tag was p, right? And then it's going to be requiring a class as a parameter as well, which is going to be equal to, let's say, damn, I have an awful memory. Price underscore color. Okay, so we need price underscore color. And then I'm going to go ahead and print my first underscore price. Okay, now this first underscore price, if I were to hit Control S to save the code and run the command, this should give me 71 pounds. How bad. I'm gonna change my directory to Python underscore files. There we go. And then we're gonna go with something like py web underscore scraper dot py, and then we run it. So p plus price is is pounds, is 51.77 pounds. Then I'm gonna copy that. All right, let's go ahead and grab Claude out here real quick. I didn't mean to do that. I want to read what's written there. What the hell? Okay, then I'm gonna send it. Bro, Otter is a DAW. Audacity is a audio editor that's like comparing Photoshop to Paint. Huh, I see. Okay, good. You found the exact right tag, but look closely at one thing. AE, that's A. That A shouldn't be there. That's a real meaningful bug, not a display quirk to ignore. That A sitting in front of the pound sign is a classic sign of what's called an encoding mismatch. the price symbol got misread somewhere between the server and your Python code. Let's not skip past this because you'll run into this exact family of bug again in the real world scraping. Quick question first. Since you have a real grounding for this one, think back to response.txt when you printed the raw HTML earlier and saw the price manually in your browser. Did it show found cleanly, or did you ever see AE before? Okay, that's tell us whatever the corruption happened in the HTML, or specifically when results, beautiful process it, check back and tell me what you remember seeing it. I remember only seeing a pound sign, and I did show it to you as well. Then I'm gonna send it. Okay, right, you're correct, and that confirms something important. Let's trace exactly where this went wrong. You saw a clean pound in your browser's view source, so the corruption is happening somewhere in our Python pipeline, not on the website's end. Let's narrow down exactly where. This is a genuinely common real-world bug. A pound is the classic signature of a UTF-8 versus Latin -1 encoding mismatch. Here's the plain English version. Websites can send their text encoded in different formats. Think of encoding as which alphabet rulebook is used to turn bytes into characters. If requests guess the wrong rulebook for decoding the page special characters like pound, which isn't a plain English letter, get misread and turned into garbage like that. Here's the analogy. Imagine someone wrote you a note in French. You tried to read it using an English dictionary. Most words would look fine. A lot of letters overlap, but these special ascended characters would come out wrong because you used the wrong rulebook to interpret them. Request actually has a built-in attribute that tells you which rulebook encoding it guessed was being used. Add this line and run it. I know it's UTF-8. I'm gonna grab Cloud out here. I'm gonna grab Visual Studio Code out here. Okay, I'm gonna paste it. Nope, I'm gonna go with Control Z. I'm gonna go to a new line and paste that. Control S. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste this. ISO -8859-1. Never in my life have I seen that encoder. I thought that I was using UTF-8. However, I have never seen ISO -8859-1. It is new to me. All right, and then let's send it. Confirm there's the bug. Caught red-handed. ISO-8859-1 is exactly the wrong rulebook here. And now we know precisely why the Euro broke. No need to have known ISO-8859-1 before. It's just another name/rulebook for text encoding. Same family as UTF-8, just older and less capable with special characters. Requests guessed that this page used ISO-8859-1, but the actual page is really encoded in UTF-8, and that mismatch is exactly what turned the pound sign to an A pound sign. Why did requests guess wrong? Because when a website's response does not clearly declare its encoding in the HTTPS headers, Requests fall back to a default guess, and that guess is not always right. This isn't a bug in your code, it's a known quirk of Requests' library itself, and it's a real thing you'll hit again with the other sides. The fix one line. You just tell Requests the correct rulebook directory, overriding its bad guesses. Response.encoding equals to UTF-8. Add that line after response.getURL. Okay. Alright, so requests.encoding. Equals to... Was it equals to or what? UTF-8. Here's the thing. I have used UTF-8 back when I worked with pandas, because pandas, unlike polars, used a lot of... No, polars as opposed to pandas, because polars used a lot of, let's say, artistic outputs, which our regular CP1252 encoder could not really encode. Now, if I were to hit Control S to save the code, and then I'm gonna grab that stuff, paste it, sure, send it. I messed something up. Response? Oh, not request, it's response. Okay, that was stupid. Control S, and then we're gonna go ahead and paste this again. Okay, so now it says P class price with £1 sign, and now our encoder is UTF. So usually the mismatches almost always are encoders' issues. Alright. Let me paste it and then say done. Okay, and I think I understood that as well now. But when is the web scraping coming? Clean 51 bug fixed, and it fixed with real understanding, not a copy paste you fixed. Well, it sort of was, but okay. Next real problem to solve, that page has 20 books on it, and not one. .find grabs the first match. You scroll past dozens more practice_color tags earlier when you searched quick prediction before we touch code. You have real grounding here since you already know .find. Get the first match. Question based purely on the naming pattern of .find. What do you think the method might be called that gets you all matches instead of the first one? .find_all. Correct? Oh wow. Find_all. Exactly the naming pattern, and you called it right. That's genuinely the actual method name in beautiful soup. No trick. No gotcha this time. Good instinct. Let's use it. Replace your last two lines. All_prices equals to find_all. Okay, P class price color, and then print length of all prices. Prediction, rel grounding available. Earlier in the raw HTML, you saw this line. Strong 100 strong results minus showing strong yada yada. Question based on that line you already found yourself. How many price tags do you expect length to print in this one page? 20. Right, because you mentioned that there are 20 books. Correct reasoning, you pulled out straight from evidence you found yourself, not a guess. That's exactly how we do it. Okay, so we gotta just change it to all right, and the length as opposed to our price. Okay. Response to encoding UTF-8, then I print my response to encoding. That makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense. Find_all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and print the length of my first underscore price. Now, here's the thing. Was it called all prices? There we go. That makes so much more sense. All underscore prices. Control S, and then we're gonna go ahead and Control C that, and then we're gonna Control V that, and then we're gonna go ahead and send it. Oh. There we go. There. Now I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, paste it here, and send it. Wow, we get all our prices. 51 euros, pounds, 53.74 pounds, 50.10 pounds, yada yada pounds, all of them pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that stuff. We're gonna go ahead and grab Claude here, and then we're gonna go ahead and paste it, and then say something like done. And our encoder is UTF-8. Scraper 20. 20 confirm exactly as predicted, and you got all 20 prices, clean encoding, no A, okay. But notice something in that output. All prices isn't clean data yet. Look at what you printed. Print class, okay. Full HTML tags still wrapped around each price. That's not usable data yet. You can't dump the P template class price color into a PostgreSQL price column. You need just 51.77 as a clean number eventually. This is exactly the boundary between finding data and extracting data. Question, will grounding variable? Well, grounding available. Think back to the very first HTML lesson. You already identified 3 parts of P class. So tag name, class, and content. The actual text sitting between the classes. Given that beautiful soup found the whole tag for you, do you have any instinct for what a method / attribute might be called that pulls just the context / text part, ignoring the tag and ignoring the tag and class wrapper? Take a guess, or tell me straight if you have nothing. Get underscore tag. Okay, this is the get underscore tag method, and dot get underscore tag. And we're gonna go with dot get underscore name and dot get underscore price question mark. They feel like attributes, to be honest. Yeah, it shouldn't have been methods. All three are reasonable guesses, but none of them are quite it, and that's fine. This one's a bit harder to pattern match from scratch. Let's verify instead of stacking more guesses. You're thinking in the right direction, though. You want something that says, give me what's inside the tags, not the tags themselves. The actual name, Beautiful Soup, is much simpler than any of your 3 guesses. It's just an attribute, no parentheses needed. Remember that pattern from response.status underscore code called text.text? Try it out on your try it on the single tag you already have. First underscore price equals to soup.find. I did it though. Quick prediction, a real grounding here. You know that this thing based on the .text logic strips away tag. Wait. What do you expect this to print? Just 51 or 51 euros? Wait, does the text not print the entire HTML code question mark? However, I think that it should not, because it is being filtered by the soup.find. So I predict it printing with the pound sign. Alright, and we got like 20 seconds. God damn. Good, and yes, you're correct. your correction of yourself, mid thought, your reasoning solid. Wow, which means I was right. Okay, let's try that, and then I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna hit Control S. I'm gonna paste that. All right, time's up, time's up, time's up. Stop everything, stop everything. Back to Wuthering Waves. Wait, I want to check my OBS real quick. I'm gonna get that on. You guys may hear like slight echo now. Oh, wait. There we go. Is it weird that my head is always down, but my posture isn't really as bad? It is awful. Under the guidance of the Wayfinder, Chang Li, you resolve the temporal disruption at Empty Ferment and Sentinel. You pass the temporal mandate to the magistrate Jin Shi. Right? When you sought the truth of your own past, you met Shorekeeper in the Black Shores and reclaimed your duty as the organization's leader. In search of a solution to Abby's deteriorating condition, you crossed the stormy seas and arrived in a Rajuna, a port city in Venacia. There, as the Carnival Laureate, you received a revelation concerning the Sentinel. My pronunciation is absolutely garbage. I bet I'm butchering half the names here. Following the clues, you reach the Evanolium Theological Seminary, hanging inverted in the sky. And there you rescued a Carthea, vessel of the Prenodian, and resonator of Imperator. Next, you travel to Stepimons, where you help the gladiator Lupa and the blessed maiden Carthea foil the Praxidus' scheme to override Stepimons' reality with their script. Guys, I'm such a good narrator. In search of the Herodian's gem, you came to the Fabricatorium of the Deep. Along the way, you learned of the promise you once made to Verolwa, and the knot it had become in their heart in the end. Renico met his end. The gem fell back into the Fraxidius' hand, and Froloa sank into the deep, vanishing without a trace. Afterward, at that invitation of Stepimons' Ephor Augusta, you traveled with her to the Stangius Platus, where you watched her prove, though her deeds, what it means to be a true sovereign. Sovereign is, I think, I remember watching that stuff in Solo Leveling. It's basically a king. Amid the celebration, you sensed that something was wrong, investigated alone, and eventually saved Luno, whose very existence was being erased. There we go. At which the support of many companions, you led them to drive back the Herodian that sought to be reborn. And so, Venesta greeted a dawn with no more divinity, a dawn that belonged to humanity alone. Oh, a nice birthday party. Bidding farewell to Venasita, you came next to the ruined city with a Sonor Onami city. There you met a girl named Chisa, and together you broke the endless looping curse that bound that place. Then, to address the sudden onset of your own frequency loss, you arrived in Lahi Roy and met Lene, a girl with a troubled past. Together, you fought off the Voidwyrn assaulting Startouch Academy. Jinchi, right, his name? Next, alongside Morne, your former junior schoolmate, you averted the crisis of the falling reactor drive, and the High Rise saw its second sunrise. Later, with the help of the mysterious girl Amlieth, you uncovered the truth behind your frequency loss. Wait, is this what has happened or what is happening right now? I'm confused. You were surprised to learn that you had once saved Emiet and that the two of you had shared a home together. The strong, brave girl inherited your will and chose to sacrifice herself to save the world. I think this is what happened in the past. Like my old memories. You joined Luke, Urson, in searching for a way to bring Emiet back. As you came to know Luke's past, you also saw through the disguise of the Fraxidia's Grand Architect. To further the Grand Architect's schemes, you ventured into the Academy's dark side with Sigrika, helping her overcome her inner demons while resolving the crisis there. Is this all my good deeds? With the help of all those exploders, the Exostrider obtained a human heart and ascended to become a sentinel, once again banishing the Thurian Alphen 1 from Solaris. It also gains a name of its own, Lahiroi. Look like Transformers. In the end, even with the Exostrider God, you helped Lucia give these students a new mission, using the technology the Exostrider left behind to break through the Etheric Sea? It is also worth noting that during your time in Lahairo, you unexpectedly met Lucy and Rebecca from Night City. Together, you fought the nightmare that pursued them and helped Lucy fulfill a wish along the way. Oh, finally that's over. What the hell? Was that like what I did in my past, or what I did skipping on to the future now? Did the story end? Is that chapter 1's the end? Because I did get Rebecca, alright.
Sir, I have a delivery for you.
It's from Hualong. A delivery from Hualong.
Huh? A package from Huanglong? What is it? What is it? Someone sent you snacks?
Okay, who in the genuine world is this Pokemon here? When did I did not play it off stream. Wasn't I kind of hacked or something? I've never seen this Pokemon in my life.
It's a letter from Yang Yang.
Okay, Yang Yang. Since when did this guy start speaking? I thought Rower never speaks. I thought it's always me that speaks. Okay, since it's Yang Yang, that makes no. Who is Yang Yang? I know Yinlin. Dear Rower, how are you finding your time at Startouch Academy? I find myself wondering how long the sunlight I basked in today will take to reach you. Lately, I've been having the same dream. In it, I'm alone in the gorges of spirit, running and running. And just when it seems I'm about to find something always pulls me back to reality. Does that sound like I am complaining? Forgive me. Once in a while, I hope you'll not mind me if I write like this. Oh yes. Some time ago, My older sister said she wanted to come visit me in Jinzhou. It's been years since we last saw each other. I wonder what she's like now. But knowing her, I think she must still be the same sister I remember. I would like to introduce you to someday. I'm sure you would become very good friends. I assume by the time you receive this letter, Chikse and I will be on the assignment together. Things have been a little unsettled in Jinzhou lately, but don't worry. Just as you have sharpened your blade through so many stories and trials, I would like to think I have grown too since the day we first met. So next time, let me be the one to share my adventures with you, Rover. Sincerely, Yang Yang. P.S. I've also included some seasonal snacks for Abby. Do share them with your friends at Lahai. I hope they're to everyone's liking. Alright.
Ah, from Yang Yang, huh? Yeah, that time of year, I guess.
There's a whole box of treats for you.
Since when did he start talking? Last I remember, I used to narrate what he talks.
Whoa! Yang Yang is the best!
Save some for me, there's enough for everyone. I don't like eating snacks, so I'll go with, say something like, there's enough for everyone.
I know that. Hello? You're looking at the maestro of sharing here. But hey, what did Yang Yang say in her letter?
Jinzhou is seeing some trouble. Her older sister is going to visit her.
Huh? Yang Yang has a sister? Oh, what's she gonna be like? Ah, I can't take the suspense.
Let's write back and ask her. I thought my desktop audio was not playing.
Need to find a place to write this letter.
Okay, so need to find a place to write this letter.
Now, what should I write?
Write about how you and the Academy fought off the Whiteburn Grenadian. Write about how Rabel College averted being shut down.
The
That's
Voidborn
more.
Thrunodian Aleph 1. It devours a person's will and tries to strip human existence of all meaning. We could not have defeated it without Exostrider Lahai Roy, everyone at Star Torch Academy, and the local Roya people.
Lyroy.
After that, Lahai Roy could be reborn as something new. A different kind of civilization.
It's Hyroy.
Something even brighter. Anything else I can add?
Ask how's everyone doing in Jinzhou. Ask how Yang Yang's is doing. Let's go with everyone.
How's everyone in Jinzhou doing? Ever since that moon chasing festival, there hasn't been much opportunity for me to get together with everyone. My footsteps. Before I knew it, I'd already come a long way. Sometimes I find myself thinking, maybe I should pause once in a while. Go back somewhere familiar. But every time the thought crosses my mind, some new trouble always finds me.
Tap the blank area to close. A minute and 20 seconds. Should be long enough.
Yang Yang mentioned a dream. Ever since she woke me up, I've had many dreams of my own. Good dreams, bad dreams. Some slip away like the wind as soon as I wake. Others are seared into my heart for a long time. But they're just dreams. Scenes that never existed. Lingering notes that the present hasn't yet swept away. But that moment in the Gorges of Spirits, the first time we met, is a reality we share that no number of dreams could ever erase. Just like the name you gave me. Maybe I'm destined to rove endlessly. Maybe my journey is destined to be filled with the unknown.
Alright.
But that also means
That also means in countless tomorrows lie countless possibilities
I'm saying she's the protagonist.
where our paths intertwine.
Not really protagonists, they both are friends.
Hello? Yang Yang, you coming or what?
The cop.
Huh? Oh yes, I'm coming.
Feels like a sad anime ending. Oh, you're kidding me. Yeah, I mean, regardless, I was pretty much done. I wasn't going to pull the timer anymore off, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause it. There we go. I'm pretty much done with this.
Let me
Let's
see.
complete it before I leave.
Once we pass through that checkpoint up ahead, that's Shuangfang territory. Didn't expect following those leads would take us all the way out here.
This is where those missing people were last reported.
And that's all thanks to you and that stream of yours, Yang Yang. If you hadn't connected all the dots, we'd still be running circles back in Jinzhou.
You're exaggerating, Chixia. According to the patroller's investigation reports, the victims all had reasons to travel to Mengzhou, and Xuanfang lies right along the only route there. But none of them ever made it to Mengzhou, nor did they come back. But if memory serves, Xuanfang...
Come on, we'll find out what happened once we get there. I already filed for a warrant. Just gotta show the folks at the checkpoint the paperwork, and they should let us into the hold. Phew, this is my first time on a field up this far from home. Anyway, we're bringing those missing people back safe and sound. Right, Yang Yang?
Yes, let's go.
By the way, what were you looking at back there all by yourself? I saw you smiling the whole time. You don't get that look on your face every day, you know.
Huh? I'm not usually that serious. Am I?
Ain't the same. Anybody with eyes can tell you a smile ain't just a smile. There's the smile you put on 'cause you're supposed to, and the smile that comes from the heart. So what's got my Yang Yang smiling like that, I wonder?
Let's just focus on the mission, Chixia.
Alright, the mission can probably wait. I'm gonna go with escape. Wait. I have to do this? Pichu, you know what? Screw it, I'm completing this mission. I was pretty much done.
Speeding up.
I was mostly waiting for my to get my lot and say that I'm gonna be continuing the rest next stream. And I wanted to just give it the output before I do
That's
that stuff.
weird. Where is everybody? There should be guards stationed here.
Stay alert, Chixia.
Can I now exit? Oh, hell no. She's a main attack
Up and
healer.
away!
Will I need to button mash? Oh, someone's coming from the back.
Something's not right, Chixia. Ready your weapon.
Do I see a sword in a gunfight?
Yang Yang, are your birdie senses tingling or something?
TDs. 1, no 2. They're coming from every direction.
That can't be right. This place is supposed to be...
do we have here? Let's get ready for some actual action. Even though this is not my gaming channel. Oh,
What happened to the
Mash the
Shuang
frick out of all
boys?
buttons.
You don't suppose these TDs took them out?
I'm not sure. But there was something different about these TVs. The ones born in the wild don't usually form groups of this size.
They ain't coming from outside
Wow.
the city. And that means they came from...
Yo, I'm actually low.
Oh, bring it on!
Oh, where am I?
Flame on! Sucks to be you.
Get him, get him, get him, get
Let
him.
me be your blade.
Let me be your blade. Guys, this is not my gaming channel, but this is going in my gaming channel.
Nah, doesn't matter.
This is an epic anime fight out here. That's it.
Oh, you little...
Shizia, are you alright?
Just a scratch.
Shizia, one of us has to make it back. Jinjo needs to know what's happening here.
Yang Yang! Yang Yang! What are you doing? Yang Yang!
Damn, that gave me goosebumps. You wanna quit? What's up?
I feel empty. Long whispers crisps, weather cakes, honeysuckle bread. Desserts from Renacita and Lahai Roy are great and all, but the stuff from Huang Long is what really hits the spot. Now that I think about it, it's been ages since I've had crispy squab, Jinjo stew, long buns, poached chicken, candied caltrops, moon pearls.
Is your stomach getting homesick?
What else am I supposed to do? Blame Yang Yang for sending us those tasty snacks. They brought back all my great memories of Jinjo.
Point taken. It really has been a while since we visited Jinjo. Yang Yang hasn't written back yet. Yang Yang, Chixia, Baixia, and even Jinchi. I wonder how everyone's doing. Things here at the Academy are wrapping up. Maybe now's a good time. And the thing we found inside that satellite, it might have something to do with the Court of Savante.
I know what you're gonna say. Let's go visit. We'll make it a surprise.
We're not going on a vacation, you know. We'll still have to work when we go back there.
Rising Long, starflakes, Jinjo Mao Tai, spicy pulled chicken.
Abby's completely lost in a fantasy world now. That's fine, I guess. I should let everyone at the Academy know before I leave for Jinjo.
Thank goodness, I can leave. I can leave. Quitting now will halt your current story progression. You wish to quit? You may continue the story from the... Oh my gosh.
Embracing change.
Wait. I don't want to do this stuff, but fine.
Ah, perfect timing. We were about to go look for you if you took any longer.
He's my favorite character. I don't even know her name.
Why is everyone...
To bid you farewell.
Ayuki?
Mentor, No matter what difficulties lie ahead, Star Torch Academy will always have your back. We will all be waiting for you here.
I wanted to like summon for her when she came, but I'm gonna have to wait like 6 more months. I think now 5 more months before a rerun comes again. But oh well, at least I'm in her. I thought that her story was gonna come way later on. This is too quick.
So go. Don't worry about us.
Huanglong. What a shame. Should the opportunity arise, I would like to visit.
And she's so cool.
If you need anything, you have but to reach out.
With all that said, don't forget to share your experiences with us once you're back in Huanglong. Safe travels. Send us a waves line when you have the time.
Thank you, everyone. Well, off I go then.
Ah, yes. Lucilla mentioned a special arrangement for you. Do look forward to it.
Can I quit? Oh my gosh. I'll have to play this whole thing through before the story is over. Let's start, sure.
You're all here.
Our golden boy. I knew everyone would want to see you off, so I rounded up whoever I could.
You weren't just gonna shoot us a waves line and dip, were ya? That'd be cold.
Oh, Senior, come back and visit us when you get the chance, okay? Even though your time at the Academy has ended, ours will keep moving forward. I believe that there will be a day when we'll share time together again.
Even though this is kind of cool, I feel like I'm watching.
This isn't some sad, teary goodbye forever moment. It's another brand new beginning that belongs to us.
I feel like I shouldn't be watching
The
this.
Academy is just a stop along the way. A cradle for dreams. The way I see it, everyone here already knows the path they should take, and just needs a little more time to sprout.
So, pal, you have a good time here at the Academy with us, yeah?
It was short. But yeah, I'm glad. If there's one thing I'll take away from my time here, it's all of you.
Rover, you are the most unique student Star Torch Academy has ever had. And as a place for learning, I hope the time you spent here becomes a source of strength for the path ahead of you. And yada yada yada, I'll spare you the speech. Ready, everybody?
President Lucilla, do we have to? Happy graduation, Senior.
Happy graduation!
Congratulations on your graduation. I'll do my best to catch up to you as soon as I can.
Goodbye. And it is a goodbye, because we'll definitely be seeing you again soon. So don't act all shocked when we just show up one day. Okay?
Everyone? Thank you.
Akane and that samurai girl were my favorite characters.
Well then,
Are.
see ya, Star Torch Academy.
And now, I feel like I watched something that I shouldn't have watched. This felt like a spoiler. I did not even like progress in my story. Or was this like an event that everyone was expected to see? Am I done? Hey, that was fun. I'm not even complaining. New trophy graduation, let's go! Guys, I've graduated. Even if it's in a game, that's my first ever graduation. Alright, I can quit! I can leave! Let's exit. Alright, so that was pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this and send this to Claude real quick. Guys, that went too long. I couldn't have quit that even if I wanted to. Because that would have, got my progress, I would have restarted my progress. Okay, so pound exactly as you predicted and your reasoning. Okay, wait, let me say something like, copy that, paste it here and say, I have not read this because I feel like I am too tired to do so. Therefore, I will... What up? I will be continuing the rest next stream. And that... Can I get a transfer prompt? Okay, and I will be fixing my typo and saying continuing CONTINUNING. I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Spelled it wrong for these. Nope, I spelled it correct. I'm gonna change the effort level to max here, send this, go to my OBS and move on to my main camera. Alrighty guys, so stop right there and good, that's a nice call, okay, blah blah blah. Okay, alrighty guys, so basically that was pretty much it for the stream. I wonder how it would look if I was in my just chatting and I go there. Yeah, I changed my just chatting to just kick now. Therefore, my YouTube stream can go up till 1440p, which is basically 2K. That said, I think main camera is so much better. Alrighty guys, so that was pretty much it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and if you guys did enjoy my content, make sure to share my channel / live stream / videos in general, because like helps my algorithm sharing, makes you smile, and subscribe and get turned up. That said, I did start multi-streaming on Twitch and Kick, specifically not Twitch today, just Kick, because Twitch was kind of bugging because of the bitrate and all that stuff. That's it. If you guys really enjoy my content and haven't followed me in any of my socials, you guys can get access to all my socials through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing exclamation in the name of the social on chat. If the social exists, a link is gonna pop up, and if the social does not exist, a link will not pop up. That said, I did create 2 brand new channels, one called Viv Arcade and the other called Viv Works Out. Viv Arcade is specifically meant for my gaming content, and Viv Works Out is specifically meant for my workout content. Therefore, if you guys are interested in either one of those genres or categories, unless you guys, let's say, want to follow me there, you guys can get access to both those channels through my homepage. If you guys scroll all the way down, under the featured channels category, I have both those channels featured. And also, if you guys do want to follow me or join me in my AI Engineering for 365 Days series, and that you guys want the roadmap that I am currently using for this series, you guys can get access to the roadmap through my Discord server. If you guys join my Discord server and either go to the Coding Helps chat, Python chat, or the general chat, mention my name there at VivUniverse, asking me for my roadmap. I will be personally DMing it to you guys. And you guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing exclamation and the name of the Discord on chat. That said, that's pretty much it for the stream, and I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace. Okay, now I guess let's end the stream.